first vlog of the week. So today is Monday, September 5th, and tomorrow we start school officially. It's September 6th, and honestly, I'm not that ready. But it's just about almost 2 p.m. and I go into work at 3, so that's leaving just about half an hour, but I just wanted to catch up with you guys before I go. So with school starting tomorrow, I have to start a new routine, and pretty much on the weekdays, since I am commuting, by the way, I'll be taking the train every morning, and they run at the same time on the weekdays, so I'm thinking I'll take like a 7:20 train or like the 8 a.m. train, because most of my classes don't start until like 11, but on Wednesday they start at 9, so I'll have to be up early. Like if I take the 8 something train, then I have to leave by 7:30ish, so that should be like enough time if I wake up early enough. And yeah, and then while I'm also at school, I will be working part-time at Van still, but at the Newbury Street location, which is like just a couple streets over from 150 Mass Ave. Yeah, so that should be fun. This summer, I mainly just have been working to be able to pay for transit. So that's like the semester pass for the train, and then the subway pass as well, and then also the parking permit for the train station. Yeah, today's basically prep, and since I work 3 to 7, just got some laundry to do, and some of my professors have sent out emails as well for what to expect for tomorrow's class. One professor said that we don't need textbooks, and then a professor last night said that we do need some, and we're jumping right in, which is insane because I thought it would be easy, like an easy leeway into classes, but it's just like, especially as upperclassmen, because we don't have the freshman activities and stuff. But that should be exciting, but I'm gonna get ready for work, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Hi everyone. I don't have class for another hour, so we are gonna go chill in the 150 lounge. Let's go. You did so nicely. Wait. Yay. Oh, it's cute. Oh, that's not cute. Hey everyone, I'm in 7 Ave. I'm going to the deck for a charge. I'm on a 5-minute break. I feel like I'm gonna knock out my seat. We're almost there. Hi everyone. I'm done with classes for the day, and since the subways are down, I have to walk from Government Center all the way to North Station. But for me, it's like a 9-minute walk, so lots of cardio I can get in. but I'm so tired. And I'm gonna wake up at 5:45 tomorrow. Start my run since the rain is pretty much done. And I got a 9 a.m. Okay. Ah! Finally! Y'all, I'm so tired. Hey guys, it's just about 9:20 almost, and I have been awake for over 15 hours. And I'm so tired. Today has been honestly such a great day. Honestly, let's just drive and talk. I want to listen to music, but that's alright. It's been such a hectic day. Today I had my topics of K-pop culture and history class, which was 2 hours, and then I had my intro to music technology class, which is also 2 hours, and then I had my lyric writing class, which is also 2 hours. So you can imagine that I'm very tired. And from my K-pop class, which is 11 a.m. to 1, I had a break until 4 p.m. and then 4 to 6, and then 6 to 8. And factor in transit and eating in between, so I'm just very tired, very exhausted. So my classes were amazing, but the catch is there's so much homework and it's just the first day. So for lyric writing, we talked about song seeds. Song seeds can be anything that grows a song. Something that starts right from the bottom, from the very seed, and then makes its way up to grow into a beautiful song. So that can be a simple word, a rhyme scheme, a rhythm, a melody that you have in mind. And so with that being said, our professor wants us to have just about 70 song seeds on 7 days, next Tuesday. It is so dark. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys when I get home. Hello friends, I am sitting outside of 1108. My friend and I have our identities class, which is liberal arts. And I got us coffee from Pavement. Yeah, I'm so hungry. I got an iced Spanish latte with soy milk. Okay, let's see. Very good. That's all I have to say. Okay. Bye. How was your class? Oh, lucky. There were no desks. Wait, so what did you do the whole time?
We just sat in a chair. Like, there were chairs, but they didn't have desks. Remember, it was like an ensemble.
Wait, what room are we going? Oh, 3?
feel like I'm in someone's house. Oh.
Hello everyone, I am finally back home and welcome to the aftermath of day 2. So, day 2 at Berklee, how has it been? It's been crazy. So this morning, I almost missed a train. I sped into the parking lot, and as soon as I parked, I ran to the train because they were just boarding, but luckily, since I got there as soon as the train was set for departure, there was a huge horde of people still waiting to get in the train. So luckily I ran and I just got to like the end of the line before everyone had finished boarding. So that was amazing, and I had my ensemble today with the professor that I had taken last semester. And if you see my Groovelicious performance video of Hours and Hours, that was actually held by her, Gwendolyn, and others. And yeah, she was very excited to see me come back, and I was excited to see her and some of the familiar faces from the band in class today. And after that, I had my music business class, which was really shocking to me because it was lecture style, and Berklee mainly, or like the standard, or I guess all classes, is a maximum of 15 seats per classroom, and that's in any building, I think, but it depends on the course, obviously. So I've only had experiences with 15 students in the class, and this one I believe was 78 people, and this music business class is held in a recital hall in 1140 1A, so I was very shocked. It's very big, and after that, I had my identities class, which touches the topics of gender identity, LGBTQ plus community, racial injustice, and basically things that make us up as individuals. So everything that makes up your identity. And these are all 1 hour 50-minute classes. So you can tell that I'm pretty tired because yesterday and today I had only 1 hour 50-minute classes. But this time I had to leave the house by 7. And I almost missed the train because I was so exhausted from day 1. Because after day 1 I had gotten home maybe around 9:45, and then called my friends at 10:15. And after we hung up around 11, I knocked out. Now I'm pretty tired. I'm not getting used to it yet. But tomorrow, luckily, I don't have to be in until around 1, so I get to sleep in a little bit. But I did want to mention about the workload. So yesterday, having started with my topics of K-pop culture and history class, which is a professional music course. For that, we just have some presentations to review that we went over in class, and we have some homework about just some very basic information about like the record labels over there and stuff, but I have pretty good knowledge about it so far. And then after that class, I had MTech. For MTech, I believe I have to I forgot what I have to do. After that, I had my lyric writing class. So for lyric writing, I have to have 70 song seeds by next week on Tuesday. 7 song seeds I think are pretty good, 3 that I think are amazing, and 1 fleshed out demo. Doesn't have to be a full-length song, but he said if I wanted to, then I'm more than welcome to do a full out demo, full length. And what is OL? So OL is basically Berklee's version of Google Classroom. So each professor should have a course on OL where you can find like your syllabus and where you can submit your homework and assignments. Sometimes they'll put quizzes on there. Or actually no, they should always put quizzes on there that you can take whenever they put them out. You can find their office hours. It's also a really good dashboard for each class. They can have announcements. So basically it's just like a Google Classroom for Berklee. And it's very, 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 very important to check it all the time because they will almost always have assignments for the entire semester laid out on the grade. So always check OL because they're always updating it. And if your professors are on top of their games, and they will email you if they upload something onto OL, and they'll send you a class. But yeah, it is 8:58 p.m. Wednesday, September 7th. I got home fairly early compared to the other days. I could have gotten home earlier, but I did have a club fair table that I was hosting. My friend Zach has created a Berklee Asian Performance Club, and I believe I'm the treasurer. I might be wrong. It's a new club that he had just built this semester. So there's going to be some free dance workshops, and right now I believe he's focusing on Korean pop and Chinese pop. The group right now is predominantly Chinese and Chinese American, I believe, and I am right now the only Cambodian American and Southeast Asian person in the panel of the group, like the people, I don't know, but yeah, so there's that, and I believe there's going to be some songwriting courses, and he also wants to do like a random dance play. If you're familiar with K-pop random dance play, then you would know, but he wants to do that sometime around Berklee on campus. So basically host the table, gather some information of what I should say to people when they want to come up and they're interested. On my laptop, they sign like their name, their email, and what position they want that they were interested in. So this is like the performance division or the social media manager. We also had let me double check. Event producer and as well as a coordinator. Coordinator basically is top of the game, manages people that get into the club. Well, the club is open arms, and also manages us, I believe. I might be wrong. Still learning about the club. We have a long way to go. Yeah. So on a normal Wednesday, I would probably be able to come home around 3 or 4. So I'm liking Wednesdays. It's just waking up super early. But other than that, I'm gonna do my best to get a head start on my homework. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm pretty tired. Yes. wait, look at my phone. Hey, look, come. Hug. Hi. Hi everyone, I have a donut. I'm going home.
Now arriving Anderson River.
So today I only have one class, and that's my identity class again. But today's round is my camera's going down. The Friday class is like 50 minutes long, or short actually. So that's pretty cool. And it's my only class today. And then I'm gonna meet my good friend Jason today at the library, and then we're gonna do some homework together. And then after, maybe I'll film it. I'm going with my friend to the UML Cambodian American Student Association Club meeting. And I'm excited because there's like no Khmer people at Berklee. So, or in Boston to be in general. So that'll be fun. Berklee x UML collab. Okay. Yeah. I have like 10 minutes until the train gets here, so I'm just gonna chill. This is the outfit today. Yeah. And I'm excited to go home and freshen up and then pick up my friend, and then we're gonna go to the UML Cambodian American Student Association Club meeting at 6 o'clock at Coburn Hall. Yeah. I just finished a study/homework session with my friend Jason, and he made me these very delicious cookies, and they're so good. So yeah, I had a good time. So thank you for everything, and thanks for the cookies. And yeah, shout out to Jason, you're a real one. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Travel. this marks the end of week 1. There's not a lot that I got to film at school because I'm still getting used to filming in public, and I'm a little too shy, but I also feel that it's a little odd to film in the hallways of school, you know, like people are just trying to get to class, and sometimes it's really early, people just don't want to be on camera, you know, I just want to respect people's space. So as much as it's a school vlog, it's also not a school tour, so I would just want to remind my viewers of that. I could always show so much, and especially in real time where I'm trying to get to class, so I can't always film all the time, but yeah, it's more realistic to what I do in my day-to-day life. So my apologies for not being able to show too much of the school, but at the same time, it's not a school tour, it's just like a daily vlog. Yeah, most of my time consists of doing homework and stuff, so I don't want to film it too much because, you know, it can get pretty boring, but I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you guys stick around, and I'll do videos more often. It's more of like a creative process than like here's every single thing I do in a school week, because I'm still getting used to school. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope that it's pretty interesting for you, and let me know down below how your semester is going, or just how life is going in general. And yeah, I hope you guys stick around.